drives it into right center field, hit a ton. This baby is way back out of here.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel, and today continuing my series on grading the 2019 San Francisco Giants, and today it's time to talk about the starting rotation. Okay, so the starting rotation for the 2019 Giants, and I like to try to focus on guys who are still going to be with the team going forward. Made an exception for Pablo Sandoval because as a Giants legend, but here is even a bigger Giants legend. How can I not at least talk about Madison Bumgarner and give him a grade? I got to do it. I'm sorry. I don't care if he's not with the Giants anymore. Madison Bumgarner, an all-time San Francisco Giant, after a couple of horrible injury-riddled years where one year he goes dirt bike riding, the next year he gets hit in the hand with a line drive. Well, he finally comes back healthy in 2019, and he did pretty dang good, I'd say. This guy started 34 games. He threw 207.2 innings, which was second in the National League to only Steven Strasburg, and he ends up striking out 203 guys, which is almost a strikeout per inning. Not bad at all. 9-9 record. But when you look at wins and losses for pitchers, you got to consider the offense that they have there to support them. And as we know, the San Francisco Giants offense is a little shaky at best. But he did give up a career-high 30 home runs. His ERA was up at 3.9. But overall, I would say a very solid year. Obviously, the guy can still pitch. And he did have a 2.5 wins above replacement, so he did help the team. And it wasn't his best year, but this is a guy who showed he could still get it done. But remember, where does Madison Bumgarner excel? He excels in the postseason. And I'm guessing that if the Diamondbacks make the postseason in the next couple years, they will be glad to have Madison Bumgarner. I just feel like he will get it done. Maybe not to the level he used to, where he was just unhittable, but I still feel like he will get it done in the postseason. He's not going to go out there and get shelled. I doubt it. So Madison Bumgarner, that is going to be a big key for the Diamondbacks if they can make a postseason push. Regular season, he is still more than serviceable. He had a fantastic year, and in July, when it looked like he was going to get traded, the Giants held on to him. That's going to be a debatable topic, whether they should have got rid of him or, got what they could or not. They still gave him the qualifying offer, and he's signing with the Diamondbacks. Giants are going to get a draft pick from the Diamondbacks, so the Giants aren't going to be completely empty-handed by losing Madison Bumgarner, but I get it. They could have gotten maybe some better prospects at the trade deadline, but we don't even know what they were getting offered. We don't know for sure if it would have been better or not. Presumably they would have got some good prospects, but I was personally happy they didn't trade him at that time, but I can understand both sides of the argument. So, Madison Bumgarner, how did he do overall in 2019? Again, solid, not his best, not his worst. Definitely came out there, played the whole year, didn't get hurt, second in the league in innings pitched. You can't complain about that. I'm going to give him a solid B+. Next up, we got Jeff Samardzija, and Jeff Samardzija was a great pickup for the Giants a while back. He's been with the team for a while now, and for the last couple years before 2019, it wasn't looking good. This is a guy who just couldn't stay on the field, and when he was on the field, like in 2017, he did not pitch well. He actually led the league with 15 losses in 2017, and then in 2018 he was 1-5 with a 6.25 ERA, and he kept getting hurt. So the expectations were low, and yet he was solid. 3.52 ERA over 181 innings, only giving up 152 hits. So he looked strong in 2019. He was hitting his spots. He was being more crafty. He was finding ways to get guys out, and if he needed the strikeout, he could do that as well. I mean, in 2019, whenever Samardzija to the ball, I was feeling good about that game. I feel like we got a chance, and Samardzija had a pretty good year. Not the greatest again, but compared to, again, these ratings are based on expectations. I'm not giving them grades based on, the best players in the game. I'm giving them grades based on what you would have expected. And all we would have expected for Samardzija is to not get hurt, and he didn't. And not only did he not get hurt, he had decent numbers. He did well for the team. His record wasn't the best at 11-12, but we know again how the Giants' offense can be. So all in all, I am saying, based on expectations, I think he surpassed every expectation. I'm going to give him a little bit of a surprise grade because I was really impressed with Samardzija in 2019, and I hope he can just repeat that or something close to it in 2020. But I'm going to give him an A-. Next up is a guy who's been a prospect in the Giants system for quite a while now. It goes way back to 2014 when the Giants drafted this guy in the first round, and that was Tyler Beede, and is Tyler Beede. And he came out in 2019 and looked really good at times, looked shaky at times, but I thought overall he looked a lot better than I expected, because there came a point before 2019 where we were thinking, is Tyler Beede going to be a guy going to stick around in the rotation. I think he showed enough in 2019 that, yes, he will be in the rotation going forward. He is going to get an opportunity in 2020 to show he belongs in the big leagues because he had some really good games, especially down the stretch. He got better as the season went on. His numbers don't look fantastic, I admit. 5-10 record, 5.08 ERA, gives up 127 hits in 111 innings, but he had some starts where he looked dominant, and he improved again as the season went along. In his last 5 starts, he struck out 24 in 24. He had a 3.28 ERA. To me, he passed the eyeball test, and I'm excited for 2020. I'm excited to see what this guy can do. Overall, when you got an ERA above 5, it's hard for me to give you a really good grade, but at the same time, this is a young guy. He's getting older, not older as in he's getting older, but I mean, he's no longer really a young rookie type. He's a guy who needs to show what he can do, and I think he showed some great signs in 2019. 2020 will be another chance for him to prove that he belongs in that rotation, at least as a number 4 or 5 guy. But I thought overall he had a pretty good year. Wish I could give him a higher grade based on the eye test, but when you look at the stats don't lie. I can't give him a super high grade, but I'm going to hang in there and give him a B-. Next up, we got Logan Webb, 22-year-old prospect making his MLB debut. He only threw 8 games, not a whole lot to go on. He looked good in the minors. He comes up a little shaky at the start.
I mean, he's a goddamn rookie, for Christ's sake.
What can you expect? He's making his MLB debut. He's out there, he's toward the end of the year. He's nervous, but he starts getting the hang of it, and like Beede, he improves as the season goes along. He ends up throwing 39.2 innings, gives up 44 hits, but he does strike out 32, 5.22 ERA. Not great, but again,
I mean, he's a goddamn rookie, for Christ's sake.
Improved as the year went along. In his last 3 starts, he had a 3.18 ERA, gives up 11 hits across 17 innings with 15 strikeouts, and that included games against the Braves and the Dodgers. Looking forward to what he can do in 2020. This is a big-time prospect for the Giants. We don't have a lot of them right now who are big league ready, but this guy is one of them who hopefully will improve that rotation in 2020. Didn't really pitch enough to give a solid grade, but based on the fact that he was a rookie, he pitched well against the Braves, he pitched well against the Dodgers down the stretch. Excited for the next year. I'm going to give him a very, very generous B. For you better do better in 2020 or you're gone. No, I'm just kidding around. No, but seriously. Got to mention Johnny Cueto as well. I don't think he had enough starts to really get a grade other than just a nice B for making a great comeback and getting healthy and actually pitching a little bit. But he only pitched 16 innings, over which time he was 1-2 with a 5.06 ERA. But he did throw 6 rehab starts in the minors where he had a 3.38 ERA, 21 strikeouts in 21 innings. Those are rehab starts, but still, obviously the guy can still pitch. And it's really all about how he bounces back in 2020. This is a former All-Star. This is the biggest name in the rotation as far as star power goes, but it's been a long time. It's been like 4 years since he's been an All-Star type pitcher. He's gone through injuries and surgeries and everything. So, now he's 33 years old. What to expect from him in 2020? I think all you can expect is something solid. Give us some innings, 180 plus innings, something like that. Try to stay off the injured list. I keep wanting to say disabled list. Try to stay off the injured list if you can, and just go out there and see what happens. I mean, I love to see. Cueto's so fun to watch. As long as he can go out there and be okay, it's going to be fun to watch, as long as he's not getting shelled every time out there, which I don't think he will, because this guy knows how to pitch. Cueto is great. He's never been a guy just flame throwing 100 miles an hour type. He knows how to get guys out. He's deceptive, and looking forward to seeing him in 2020. Again, not really enough innings to give him a grade in 2020, other than just for making that comeback, for coming back and being healthy, getting back in the rotation. I'll give you also a solid B for you better. No, I can't. I'm not gonna do that to Cueto, man. Cueto's the man, so I ain't gonna put no pressure on Cueto. Come back, pitch well, pitch the best you can. We'll be happy to watch you. Thank you so much for joining me today while we talk about the Giants, giving them some grades for 2019. Next up will be the last episode in this series. We'll talk about the bullpen in 2019 and look at the bullpen going forward. So thanks again, everybody. Have a fantastic day. Hope you had a great holiday. Have a great new year. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, watching the videos. It is much appreciated. Check out the links in the description below. Y'all have a great day, and we'll talk to you next time. See ya.
I mean, he's a goddamn rookie, for Christ's sake.
When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye. and the chips are down. It's bye-bye, baby. History's in the making at Oracle Park.